Back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about something that somebody brought up that I can talk about. I'll link her YouTube channel into the description below so you guys can see what it's about, who it is, and what she does. Today we're going to talk about relationships since I've come out and what has happened to me since then and where I'm at now. And in the process of doing that, I'm going to crochet. Because that's one of the things that I would learn to do that kind of gives me some sense of groundness, if you will. Like, it keeps me grounded, so I'm going to be doing that along with filming today because I got a project I need to complete. So, without further ado, let's jump right in. Hi guys, real quick before I get started on today's topic, I want to mention I have not been filming for the past week. I actually uploaded a video a week ago today, and it's been a week since I filmed, edited, or even uploaded anything. The reasoning behind that is I have not felt like myself all week. I've been sort of in a funk, if you will. Not happy, not in the brightest mood, and I did not want that to show on my videos. So I took some time off to reflect. I'm thinking I might drop down to only posting a video once a week, only because like, even just uploading 3 times a week is starting to feel like it's way too much, way too soon. Like, I've got so much going on on my plate. Like, I've got my YouTube, I've got my full-time job, I've got my kid. I'm trying to look at ways to go back to school because, you know, I want to do something with my life, and it needs to happen now. So that's, you know, what's going on. And on top of that, just not having enough time in the day to do all the stuff that I need to do. Like, I can't take care of my kid and film a video at the same time. I can't go do my job and video at the same time. I know I used to video during my lunch break at work, but now I'm actually eating food during my lunch break, which is actually doing me so much more good than not eating during my lunch break. Like, I've lost so much more weight since I've been eating on my lunch break. It's unreal. So, I'm probably going to be filming maybe once or twice a week, just depending. Right now my schedule is up in the air, and I won't know for sure exactly how often I'm going to film until it happens. Like, I'm going to try twice a week, and if that's not working out, then I'm going to drop down to only once a week. So, hit that bell button beside the subscribe button if you're already subscribed, so that you know whenever I post videos. It's either going to be Monday and Friday or just straight Wednesday. I haven't decided exactly which days I want to do it, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to continue because I love doing this. I said it on numerous Facebook groups, on some other groups that I'm at, that my YouTube channel, I'm not doing it to make money. I'm not doing it for the subscribers, to gain subscribers. I'm not doing it to gain views. I'm doing it because it's like therapy for me. Talking to myself, talking about what's going on in my life, just trying to make joke keeps me happy. And I know I said that I was kind of in a funk just a couple minutes ago. I was in a funk, but not even my YouTube channel was helping with that. Not even what I was doing on YouTube was helping with that. So I decided to take a break. And now that I've taken that break, here we are. So with all that out of the way, let's jump into today's topic. What dating has been like since I've come out. Before I came out, I dated, I gotta count, about 4 women. I dated 4 women. So I've been on both ends of my sexuality. I did the straight thing, I did the gay thing. The only reason I did the straight thing was because I didn't want to believe that I was actually gay. I didn't want to accept it, any part of it. So I was like, nope, we're not doing it. So I went with being straight to keep myself from actually believing that I was actually gay. And after I was with my baby mama, um, props to her for putting up with me, um, I decided, okay, you need to quit hiding who you really are. You need to quit living the lie that you've been living. Um, so it's like, I decided, okay, it's time. It's time to be out. It's time to live true to myself and be who I really am. And since then, I jumped into it like it's a whole new world. And that I needed to jump in it running. Like, which, if you're somebody who's just, thinking about coming out or just starting to come out, I'll tell you this much: you do not need to jump into running. Take your time. Don't jump into a relationship with somebody who's the same sex as you, because let's be honest, it for me, I don't know about other people, but for me, it did not work out. I have been in roughly, I've been with roughly 6 guys since I've come out. And I've only been out since October of 2017, 16. No, October of 2017. I've only been out since then. So I went from one relationship to the next. I went from this guy to this guy to this guy to this guy. And at first I was like, what's wrong with these people? Like, what are they doing? And, part of it was that one of my relationships ended super badly. Like, I was super heartbroken, panic attacks. For a while, we're not going to go into the details of that because why would we want to go into details of it? But what happened happened. It's in the past now. I still suffer from PTSD from something that happened in that relationship, but it's in the past. And I think part of the problem was I built a wall up to keep myself from getting hurt. Like, I put a wall up between me and anybody else who I even remotely attempted to get in a relationship with, to keep myself from getting hurt. And that's not okay. That's not cool. It happens. If you're one of those people who are suffering from that, try to find a way to break it down. Because you need to. One of my relationships I was in, I am over the age of 21, so I'm going to talk about alcohol for a minute. One of the relationships I got into, I got drunk on Labor Day weekend. And I was being affectionate to my boyfriend at the time. Only him. Nobody else. I wasn't talking to anybody else. Talking to his family. We actually went on a camping trip with his family. So he got mad about it. I'm like, why were you mad about that? I could have been doing something stupid with somebody else. Okay, get mad about that. But why would you get mad about that? Who knows? I didn't ask, I didn't care. I broke up with him because it's like, you know what? I've got a kid, and if you got a short fuse, short temper like that, I'm not having that around my kid. Okay? Because young children, toddlers, do so much uh, that can just irritate you. My daughter has done so much that could irritate me, and I'm like, you know what? You're just 2 years old. It's gonna happen. You're gonna do it, okay? So, that's what happened with that relationship. The relationship directly after that, it ended because my, at the time, boyfriend was being super duper flaky. Like, um, we make plans to do something. Very last second. He would cancel on me. Like, one night, he was actually supposed to come over one night, and, um, we were going to hang out. And he said he got off at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. Got off work. And I was like, okay, see you after that. Cool beans. I had to work the next day, but I didn't care. I was like, I'll stay up. I'll wait. Um, well, 10:30 rolls around, and I'm like, where are you? He's, at 10 o'clock I asked him, I was like, so you are getting off at 9? And he was like, well, they pushed it to 10. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So about 11:15, I'm like, are you finding my place okay? Because I lived in a trailer park and it was kind of difficult to find my place because construction was going on. So there's only like one way in and one way out of my trailer park. And when there's usually like three ways in and three ways out. So I was like, you find it okay? He's like, no, I actually just got pulled over. I was like, okay, just let me know when you're back to rolling. Well, I'm thinking, okay, speeding ticket, it's only going to take you about 30 minutes at most to get a speeding ticket unless something else was going on. So, about midnight, I text him. I'm like, is everything okay? Did you get arrested? What's going on? It's like, oh, my grandma fell. I'm like, seriously? Don't even worry about coming over at this point. I'm going to bed. I mean, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to bed. Because I'm supposed to be up at 4 o'clock to drive a school bus. So, he didn't come over. He was supposed to come over the next day. I let it go. Supposed to come over the next day. And he texts me and says, my uncle is in the hospital. I'm like, okay, not to sound like I'm a heartless buffoon, but are you still coming over? He was like, yeah, I'll be over there. 9 o'clock goes around, and I'm like, are you still coming over? And he's like, well, I'm about 2 hours away. And I'm like, don't even bother coming over. It is 9 o'clock at night. I stayed up till midnight the night before waiting on your booty. I'm going to bed because I gotta work the next day, and I'm exhausted. Like, completely, downright exhausted. Like, I was gonna go to bed earlier than that if he wasn't gonna come over. But I stayed up until 9 o'clock that night to wait for him. The night before, it was midnight. So, I was working on about 2 hours of sleep because it takes me a couple hours to fall asleep. I'm like, I gotta go to bed, I'm tired. So we break up after that because I moved to a different town. And I was like, I'm not about to do a long distance relationship. No way, Jose. I don't do long distance. I can't do long distance, won't do it. It never works. So, yeah, that happened. Moved, started talking to a few guys, nothing ever happened. One guy I actually started to date, but we broke up because I decided he wasn't the one for me. My ex texted me and apologizes for everything that happened and asked for a second chance. I'm like, sure, I'll give you a second chance, I still love the guy, and I was like, yeah, I'll give you a second chance. So, we're texting off and on for a few hours, and mind you, I have to be up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go to work for my new job, or the job that I'm working at currently. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, I tell him I gotta go to bed. And he's trying to find me and him were trying to find ways to get him moved up here, to where I'm living at now. And I'm like, trying everything, so it's like, we're trying. I'm trying. I'm trying to make it work, and I thought he was trying to make it work. Turns out he didn't want to make it work. He stopped messaging me. As a matter of fact, it's almost been an entire week since he last messaged me. So I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not giving anybody else a second chance. First chance, you're out. At this point in my life, I am focusing on myself, focusing on my health, focusing on my weight loss journey, because that's still going on. I've actually lost a lot of weight since I started this new job, but it's like, I'm done. I'm not talking to any other guys. I'm done. Of course, I still talk to guys, but I'm not dating anybody right now. I don't want to date anyone right now because I need to focus on myself. I need to focus on my mental health. I need to focus on my child's mental health, my child's physical health, my physical health. I need to focus on becoming a better person. Like, one of my coworkers, whenever I got back with my ex, was like, "You seem a lot happier." And then 2 days later, my coworker could tell I was not happy. I was actually majorly depressed. So it was like, no, I'm done. Forget it. So now I'm focusing on my happiness. I've actually been really happy the last few days. Been procrastinating on posting a video because it's like, what do I want to talk about? But yeah, that's what's happened since I've come out. I've had a really long, rough patch since coming out and with dating, but I've said to a few guys, and a few people that I wish I would never come out, because then I wouldn't be going through this mess, but in reality, I'm happy I came out. I'm happy I am who I am, and regardless as to all the past failed relationships, I feel that all those relationships happened so that I can learn who I want to be and who I'd rather be with. So, coming out was a good thing. Coming out was a blessing. But that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment below if you've had any similar situations with your relationships and how you handled them. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. Again, I'm going to drop a link to the channel of the person that gave me the suggestion for this video. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Y'all come back now you're here. Enjoy the weather. Be safe. Be kind to one another. Austin out. Deuces.